is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Well, a happy Devils Saturday going out there to all of you on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and wherever else you might be listening to the show. Welcome to Devils After Dark here on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. I'm Scotty. As our buddy Samuel likes to say, of Sirius XM Liquid Metal, coming to you live. Like we said, live on all of those channels, talking about this last game before the Four Nations break. And the Devils, can the Devils just play every game up in Montreal for, the rest of the season? Because they have won 10 straight from those Canadiens in Montreal. A much needed win. And a much needed effort, performance throughout this entire game that we're going to talk about today. And apologies. It is just me today. No Woo of the Sam, or Sam of the Woo, however you want to say it. He's on assignment right now. Taking care of some business. Jersey Soprano style or something like that. But let's get to it. My first question right here I had in my notes is, are we going to try tonight? Because after that Vegas game, woo, baby, there needed to be some changes made. Hopefully there was some hollering in the locker room. Hopefully there was, I don't know, another players only me, like something needed to change with this team. I know me personally, I've talked about this team's lack of killer instinct, putting teams away, not showing up for the full 60 minutes, getting behind and having to always fight and crawl back, keep letting teams, stay in games, blowing multiple goal leads. We've had our issues, but not when we head up to Montreal. For whatever reason that is, we'll take it. Because we needed this. So let's get to it here in the first period and just, a much better full-on effort from the puck drop. Without Nico Hischier around, we know about the face-offs. We know about the penalty killing and, the PP1. How he draws penalties, how he's been scoring. Nico does it all. But one thing that maybe we haven't touched on as much is how much puck possession Nico Hischier drives for this team. And it has certainly been lacking even more since he went down with injury. So it was quite refreshing today to see this team actually have that puck possession. Yeah! And fighting for those battles along the board and actually winning them. Even when they were outnumbered. Rush chances, zone entries. It was like watching a completely different team out there tonight. And it didn't take them, what did we say? Last game, they sleptwalked for about, they had the cool 4-minute double minor penalty kill at the beginning of the game, and then they forgot to play until like 4 minutes left in the game. Well, tonight it was a full effort start to go. So thank you all around, coaching staff, players, for putting in that full-on team effort. And the Devils, they get things going. When was that? Yeah, it was pretty late into the first period with about 6 or 7 minutes to go. The Devils finally got. Oh, I'm sorry. What is that? Oh, it is. Special dedication. Oh, and he is. Okay. All right. Well, I've just been told we have gotten an update in the old earpiece over here, which may or may not just be headphones and not an actual earpiece, but whatever, theater of the mind, okay? But I just got an update from Mrs. Wu that says that Sam Wu is back from his Sopranos assignment. Okay? I don't know what happened there. Something along the lines of something fell off the back of a truck. Someone might have disappeared. Sam Wu was out visiting relatives. That's all we know, all right? That's all we know, and that's all we're going to ask. I don't want to know anymore. But in honor of the great Johnny Danks, this one goes out to you, buddy. We got to go to the Let's Go Devils podcast studios for a Devils After Dark game update with the king of the football calls himself, Sam by God. Woo!
This game update is brought to you by Crew Brew. Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. Devils, Canadiens, up in Montreal at the Bell Center. This one is dedicated to you, Johnny Danks. First quarter, Devils driving. Hamilton, under center. The puck is snapped. He hands off the Tatar. Into reverse. Jesper Bratt's got the ball. Touchdown Devils. Jesper Bratt. How about that? That one for you, Johnny Danks. The Habs have been whacked. Devils up 1-0. Are you ready, New Jersey? Woo!
Touchdown Devils! Woo! Sam Wu. Sam, I think our special dedication is not in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, go figure. He's MIA. Maybe he got whacked, Johnny Danks.
Johnny Danks.
He just disappeared.
We don't know where he is right now, Johnny Danks.
He was wired for sound, dude. He was wired for sound. They got him.
Johnny Danks might have got himself Billy Batsed. I don't know, Goodfellas style. I don't know. He came into the joint and no one's seen him ever since. I don't know. Where's he at? Oh, Johnny Danks. That one goes out to you. A reverse to Jesper Bratt. Sam Wu with the helmet. And another golden football call right there. To get our show going in the first period.
We did this whole thing for Johnny Danks. He's not even in the chat. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Danks? Come on, Danks. Where you at?
Maybe he's behind the barn somewhere.
He might.
He's lost in the Pine Barrens, right?
Leave old Yeller. Take the cannolis. Wow. Well, thank you, Sam Wu. Yeah, we said we had this whole elaborate scheme here where we were going to fake Johnny Danks out, and Sam Wu wasn't going to be around today. And
maybe we faked him. Maybe we faked him that bad. Maybe he's like, I'm not going to watch this. What a jerk. He's not even on.
Thanks, Danks.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Well, still,
whatever.
Still an exceptional football call once again from Sam Wu right there. As we talk about the Devils going up 1-0. Yeah, he sleeps with the fishes. Capiche? Oh man. And by the way, Serve, if you didn't watch the game today, I think for the rest of the season you're not allowed to watch games because yes, they looked insanely better. Not lucky. They looked like the team that was playing like in the month of December. Let's forget about January. But ironically, now that I'm just thinking about that, what happened? We played well in December. We went on the Christmas break, and then it all went to hell. Now we finally played good, and we're going on the Four Nations break. So, oh boy. Hopefully, we'll have to figure something out, but Serve, you may not be allowed to watch any more games for the rest of the season. And you'll just have to follow Devils After Dark to see what happened. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, it's for the team. Gotta support the team. Or maybe, actually, we should have Johnny Danks, actually, with the D. He should have the D like putty on his chest. That should be his tattooing. Oh, I was tattooing someone's neck. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. That's fine. I understand. Maybe you can tattoo a D on Johnny Danks like David Putty. That should be his punishment for missing his special dedication football call. I love all you guys. Well, let's talk about this here, though. This was a perfect example of what we saw today from this team. This goal, the first one by Jesper Bratt, was an absolute team effort. And Bratter was basically on the ice for the shortest amount of time here. This was, voice cracked. I'm battling the flu or, I don't know, possibly COVID. I'm not really sure because I realized today that I can still taste things, but I realized before that I can't really smell too much right now.
Do you need an e-bub? Do you need an e-bub
right
now?
I'm good. I'm good.
You want me to stall?
No. I've had this all week long, and we've done three of these, so I can get through this. But just if you hear the voice crack, just know what's going on over here. Your boy here is battling the flu bug pretty bad. But either way, this was a full team effort, and like I was saying, Bratter was on the ice for the least amount of time. This was actually the fourth line, which I know, hey, myself included, we've all been complaining about, like, what are they doing out there? You know? But Lazar, Bastian, and Tatar all really played in on this play. Puck possession, fourth line, getting it in deep, just chipping it into the corners and winning the puck battles, using the speed, getting there, just being, ferocious on there. And that's what really drove this play. The Devils were able to pin the Canadiens in for a long period of time. They just did not let that puck get out of the zone. And at one point, I think Nate Bastian was taking on 4 Canadiens by himself. Or no, maybe Curtis Lazar was in there as well. With the puck along the boards. Just not relenting. That's what we used to see in the year 2024. We haven't seen it too much here in 2025. But it was just full-on pressure. And then when the Canadiens tried to get the puck out of the zone, who was there to keep at the point? Brendan Dillon. He puts a D-to-D pass across to Dougie Hamilton, and let me tell you, that puck was right on the blue line. So it was a great play by Dougie to keep the puck in the zone and get it back. He tried to put a shot on net. It goes into the corner again. Boom! More puck battles, but this time, it's Brendan Dillon pitching in down to the goal line to keep the puck in. And this is something else that we saw a lot of in 2024 and not 2025. The defense really being a part of the offense. So Brendan Dillon makes a smart pinch, keeps the puck in the zone. This also allows the forwards to start switching out. Those O-zone line changes. Something else we saw happen more frequently in the beginning of the year. So Brendan Dillon down there at the goal line makes a smart pinch, keeps the puck in there. It goes behind the net to Thomas Tatar, and then he is able to feed a fresh as a daisy Jesper Bratt off the bench in the center slot to put it past Montembeault for his, 17th goal of the year. Tatar gets his 8th assist, and Dougie, I don't need your fluty fakes, Hamilton gets his 28th. That's at 13:43 of the first period. Again, full total effort. Fourth line coming through. Four horsemen style. And they break the ice and get the Devils on top. We move into the second. Starts out with a good penalty kill for the boys, although Slafkovsky came very close to sliding one in. It does go just wide, but still a good penalty kill by the Devils all around. And then Jake the Snake Allen made a massive blocker save going down on his stomach, and then whoosh! Just wailing that blocker out there to take away the shot. Jake Allen was huge again in this game. Obviously, he got a shutout. Someone don't tell Brooke Amanda. We know Brooke the Brawler. The Brooklyn Brawler. We didn't come up with that the other day. We know Brooke the Bachelor wants to get in the corners over there and knock some heads. But Jake the Snake, another shutout. That blocker save was huge. And then we get another hard-working goal, this time by Paul Cotter. That's right, the man with the golden mitts over there. He gets his 13th of the year at 12:44 of the second period. And again, another hard-working goal. This time it's the third line with Nason, Dowling, who has been quietly very, very solid. He doesn't get on the score sheet that much, but you don't see him coughing the puck up, making bad plays, or, contributing to the negative side. You do feel like he is really trying to push that play forward. But Dowling, Nason, and Paul Cotter on the ice. Again, they keep the Habs pinned in the zone, allow them to do another O-zone change, and you get Jack and Jesper on the ice. And then Jack Hughes in the corner. Yes, Jack Hughes. After a missed shot, it was Luke actually put a shot on net that went wide. So now your puck is in the corner. Jack Hughes goes out there, wins the puck battle, gets it, and as he's falling down, puts a backhand pass to Jesper Bratt, who is again in the center slot position. He gets a shot on goal, which is stopped, and then those golden mitts come out, and Paul Cotter, he doesn't just backhand it in. No, he cradles the puck on his backhand and moves it so he can put it in around Montreal. That's some good hockey sense right there. And once again, like we said, an O-zone line change to get the dangerous combo of Jack and Jesper out there on the ice with a tired defensive unit for the Montreal Canadiens. So there you go. 2-0 New Jersey Devils, feeling a lot better about this game. Moving to the third, and what have we said has been missing here? Killer instinct. Well, the Hughes boys say, don't worry, Scotty. Hold our beers. We got you covered. First one goes to Jumpin' Jack Flash, Jack Hughes. That's right. At a minute 53 of the third period, Jack gets his 24th goal of the year. Assist by Brett Pesce. This was a 2-on-1 up the ice, Jack and Jesper. And Jack elects to shoot instead of pass, and he rips one of those patented Jack Hughes shots. You know what I'm talking about. High, far side of the goal. The superstar shot, where not many in the NHL can hit that with accuracy on a consistent basis. Well, Jack Hughes is one of them. And that has become his shot. I'm just going to declare that. It's a Hughes. He Hughesed it. But what a ripper right there for his 24th past Montembeault. And yeah, you've seen this play. If you've been watching the Devils the last, couple of years, you've seen this multiple times. You've got Jack and you're screwed either way. Is it Jack shooting or is it Jesper shooting? Montembeault doesn't have a chance. The only chance he has is if Jack shoots it too far wide. But we know, like we just said, that accuracy that Jack Hughes has. He puts it in for his 24th of the year at a minute 53. And then the killer instinct finally comes out in these New Jersey Devils, and it's little but taller brother Luke Hughes. Luke. Excuse me. Trying to do my lightsaber sound effect there. All right. Lightsaber sound effect with the flu wasn't a good idea right there. I feel the cough's coming on. But Luke, with more hard work along the boards, winning more battles, Timo Meier puts the puck towards the net. It kind of bounces off the boards. It goes wide again. It bounces off the boards and ricochets back out, to the point area where Luke is able to gobble it up and unleashes the big shot. Low far side past Montebo for his 5th of the year. Timo gets the assist, his 23rd, and DM Dawson Mercer, his 12th. Now, the only thing in question is, will Jake Allen get the shutout? And with 15 seconds left or something like that, there was a partial break where Luke, with the time, he may have just said whatever. But Luke was hustling him back, and, he hooks whoever it was. I can't even remember now. As they're going to the net, and gets called for a penalty shot. In hindsight, with a 4-0 lead, with 15 seconds left, maybe you just let Jake Allen have the shot right there. But whatever. Luke hustle backs, but he gets the penalty shot called, and then Jake Allen says, "Oh no, oh no." The Allen wall is strong tonight, my friends. And it is standing tall in Montreal, blocking the net. Jake Allen shuts it down. Penalty shot denied. Save Allen. Win Devils. Up there in Montreal. Last game before the break. Shots on goal for the Devils. 9-6-7 for a total of 22. For the Habs, 8-14-12 for a total of 34. No surprise here. Devils still getting dominated in that face-off circle. Only 23 face-off wins to the Canadiens, 36. Both teams were 0 for 2 on the power play. Devils out-hit here, 26-20. 14 block shots. Like seeing that. Don't like seeing the 18 giveaways, but still, the battles along the boards, keeping the Canadiens pinned in the zone, those ozone line changes to get the fresh guys out on the ice with the dangerous offensive skills, and then sealing the deal in the third period with some killer instinct by the Hughes brothers. Your stars of the game, Jack, Jesper, both with a goal and assist each. And, of course, Mr. Allen with the 1,000% save percentage and his, fourth? I believe it's his 4th shutout of the year for Jake the Snake Allen. Nobody tell the Girl Scouts in Vegas. Sam Wu is happy. We're all excited because we got a Devils victory here going into the break. Let's hear what you think about it on YouTube and Facebook and X while we check in with the king of the football calls himself. One more time, Sam Wu, get in here and let's hear what you think about this game. Oh, it was Owen Beck, excuse me, on the penalty shot there at the end of the game.
Jake Allen, that 1B goaltender in this situation, gets the Devils a shutout. Because the team that they should have beaten, and it was 4-0. Devils were pretty much dominant throughout the game, except for there were a few spurts that the Montreal Canadiens had some high danger chances against Allen, but Allen shut the door. I mean, when it was 1-0 or 2-0 Devils, it seemed like the Devils kind of relaxed for a few minutes there. Where after they, started to pat on the lead, they could have easily scored the Montreal Canadiens. But Jake Allen shut the door, and then finally at some point the Canadiens were just didn't have an answer. And the end there, there could have been a spoiler right there where Allen could have lost a shutout with that penalty shot, but it was his night. 4-0 Devils. Good victory. I wouldn't say that all is well, but you wanted to go into the break victorious, especially if they lost badly today against the Canadiens, it would have been a long 2 weeks, because you would have to think, what's wrong with this team? They struggled against Vegas. They barely beat Pittsburgh. They lost to the Sabres. So what a way to rebound the week where the Devils went 2-2 for the week. So 4 out of 8 points. They should have got more, but I'll take it at this point. 2 solid points.
2 solid points. 10-0 in the last 10 games to get up in Montreal, which no team in the history of the league has ever done. So that's pretty impressive. And why can't we play all our games up in Montreal? I don't know. I don't understand. Why not?
I don't know. Fault Gary Bettman for that one. I don't know.
Oh, man. Hey, there's old AJ Visco, and I heard AJ got a score correction.
Yes, he
correct.
did. Yes, he did.
He called a shutout for Jake the Snake Allen.
Not many people would do that. Not many people would have done that, but AJ Visco knows the law offices of AJ Visco.
Sheldon Keefe is fine as a coach. 3-3 without Nico. 5-3 without Markey. Really? I guess so. Yeah, it makes sense. Nico hasn't been on these last 6 or so.
Let him rest. Let him rest.
Sam Wu, could you take over for Uno Momento? I was just going to text message you this, but I think I'd rather just say it. My computer's about to die, and I need to go run and get my charger real quick.
Hold on a sec. All right. Well, as Scotty forgot to plug in his laptop, and he's about to crash right now. Just reading the comments, Anthony Lependez, I was absolutely impressed with the effort they played with today. Hopefully they can get it going, keep it rolling after the break, play like they did today against tougher clubs. Donnell Weaver, we haven't seen you in a while. He ordered himself a Team USA Four Nations jersey, Fanatics premium size 56, blank, late last night from the Fanatics website. Good for you. Good for you. Go Team USA. Robert Isaacson says Devils are 7-9-3. 7-9-3 since the Christmas break. There are still concerns here, but rest assured, Robert, guess what? Tom Fitzgerald will find a way before NHL trade deadline, as I see Scotty giving me the thumbs up as I'm reading the comments to stall.
To stall. I'm back.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Actually, 8-9-3. 8-9-3, Robert, with today's win.
I noticed the little red X near the battery in my laptop here. So I was like, "Ooh, that's not good. That's not a good one over there."
Yeah, dropping feeds. Let's see here.
Let's see. Yeah, so team still needs to add another piece of the bottom 6. Anthony Lepena. Yeah, I agree with that. we've talked about a number of people who might be out there. Sam Wu mentioned Braden Shen the other day. We've mentioned, Ryan O'Reilly. We mentioned Jake Evans from Montreal as well. Brock Nelson, although with the Islanders kind of, turning things around a little bit and now at least in the contention for that second wild card, I doubt Lou would be, making a trade of Brock anytime soon. There was someone else. Damn it. I can't remember who it was. There was someone else that I came across that might be, on the trade block soon with some really nice numbers. I'll have to scour my notes because I can't remember who it was that I was just looking at some potential trade candidates. Was it Ryan Donato in Chicago, who actually has some really solid numbers this year? If I'm not mistaken, that's who it was. I was looking at some of those, those trade primer posts that they put up there with teams that are obviously going to be selling off some assets because they're not doing so well this year. And if I wasn't mistaken, 18 goals, 18 assists, 36 points. Ryan Donato, 28 years old. I think he's got a fair number of hits as well. 24, 25. Where's his hit count? I think he's up in the... Oh, does ESPN not give you that? Oh, thanks, ESPN. Appreciate it. I guess I got to go to Hockey Reference and check him out. There we go. Come on, Hockey Reference. Yeah. Center, shoots left. Like I said, 18 and 18 in 52 games played. I mean, that's some solid production from a third line center, which is what we're really looking for here. He's got a 46% face-off, 88 hits on the year, only 6 blocks. That's surprising. But he's 151 and 176 in the face-off circle. So just another, thought out there on any potential candidates that could be around. There's 4 of them for you to think about. Donato, Ryan O'Reilly, Shen. Who the hell was the other one we just said? Someone. Jake Evans. Scott Lawton in Philadelphia, although we'll see what happens with Philly. If they crash and burn, then, they're going to be moving some pieces there. But that would be another potential piece.
Don't forget Brady Tkachuk and Quinn Hughes.
Brady Tkachuk and Quinn Hughes as well. Yes, of course.
Yeah. Seriously,
that goes without saying.
Seriously, Scotty, I see a stat here. Longest road win streaks versus one franchise since 1975 and 1976. Devils with 10 against Montreal currently right now. Now, the other records, San Jose had that against Vancouver for 11 games. Anaheim against Edmonton for 11 games. Boston against Ottawa for 11 games. But the record is 16 games. The Montreal Canadiens against the Kansas City Scouts, Colorado Rockies, and New Jersey Devils back in the 70s and 80s, spanning that time frame. Looks like the New Jersey Devils are, doing the favor back to the Montreal Canadiens right now. So, pretty interesting stat that the Devils are on with a 10-game winning streak at the Bell Center in Montreal.
Okay.
Figured I'd get that little tidbit in.
That's a good one. That's a good one right there. But this team definitely looked like a completely different animal tonight. They
They
looked
looked,
like they did,
yeah,
back in December.
yep. And that's what they want to get back to. And it's good
Oh
to
yeah.
have that feeling of victory, accomplishment. But overall, I would have to give the Devils right now a B plus before the break. They've had their moments, but they're able to get through it. Right now, they're struggling, but they got injuries right now. But as soon as these guys get healthy, Siegenthaler, Nico, and Markstrom, I think you're going to see, and if the team can focus, you're going to see a much better team. And then you add in maybe a couple players, especially a third-line center, a veteran, a leader, someone that would fight. And I think Braden Shen would be the perfect guy in that spot.
I think that is a good, suggestion right there. I'm not sure what it would take to get him out of St. Louis. Wait, where the hell
St.
is
Louis.
he now?
Yep, he's the
He's
captain
in St.
in
Louis.
St.
Okay,
Louis.
yeah.
Yep. Where I thought the Devils should have gotten him 2 or 3 years ago. Right before trade deadline, when they were going on that, run, where they beat the Rangers in that series, but they could have sure used him against Carolina in that series a couple of years ago. So, but,
Yeah.
The bottom six of the Devils, I think, look, they're going to rest right now, Scotty. They got to heal, and then it's going to be, right before trade deadline. You're going to see a lot of player movements around the NHL, and then the sprint to the playoffs. And right now, the Devils are in good position right now to be in the playoffs. For now.
And they gotta learn some consistency here. They can't be flip-flopping like this because other teams have been going on solid winning streaks, and the Devils have not. We've talked about it endlessly here. They still have not hit a 4-game winning streak this season. So, and they have the most games played out of any team, I do believe. I'll have to check the old standings here real quick. 57 games played. Okay, Carolina has 56, but wait, I think Carolina's already played, right? So they won. So they got 70 points with 56 games played. Let's see. Columbus is only 55 games played, and they are 8 points behind. The Islanders 54, and they are 11 points behind. Rangers are 12, also with 54. So with 56 points. So yeah. But either way, Columbus is getting close. So the Devils can't mess around here. They have to show some more consistency. Does anyone else have 57 games? Oh, Colorado has 57 games played too. And that's it. How is Washington 79 points and they've only played 54 games? Holy hell! Man, that's got to be like the surprise team of the year. Really has to be. I mean, we talked about it, how they looked like they got their playoff bonus check and they packed it in last year in the first round. And it was just like, all right, well, we're going to be playing golf in a little bit. Let's move this along. Nothing to see here. Move along. Come on. Eliminate us so we can head down to Myrtle Beach or something like that for our big golf tournament. But this year they are just crushing. Man. But the Devils are now within striking distance of Carolina. With the Canes kind of, catching up in the games played. They still have one in hand. But yeah, you got to keep an eye on Columbus, who's been playing much better as well. And if the Devils keep flip-flopping back and forth like this and can't get a streak going to pad some points there, it's gonna be an interesting final run. What do we got? 25 games left in the year. 57 to 82. I believe that's 25. My math does suck, but I believe that's 25 games left. They got to find that consistency. And the full 60-minute effort like they showed tonight. And be hungry. Remember the Russian from The Dark Knight? My dogs are hungry.
I remember the Russian. Remember the Russian in Rocky IV.
Oh, well, of course.
I must break you.
I must break you.
You're like a piece of iron. Or he's like a piece of iron.
Hey, Rock. Remember what I said before about wanting to be you and everything like that? Yeah, Paul. Forget it. Thanks, Paul. Oh, man. By the way, do you know Sylvester Stallone still has those two turtles from the first Rocky movie?
Yes. Yep.
Cuff and Link. Yeah.
Yep. It's amazing.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah. But either way, the Devils need to find this consistency. So this 2-week break, it's at a good time for them. We all know that. Try to get a little bit more healthy. With Markstrom, we'll figure out how the hell long Siegenthaler is going to be out. Let's hope that we get a Nico Hischier back by the time the break is over. And Markstrom hopefully should be, don't rush him because Jake the Snake has been playing very well. Don't rush him, but hopefully Markstrom will be very close to returning, and hopefully this was a nice rest for him to prepare for the playoffs.
Yep.
But if the Devils revert to that Vegas game, they're going to be in some trouble. They are going to be in some trouble. Because we saw this with the Flyers game where they won 5-0? And then they get, smacked around by Buffalo. It's like, what?
Which is pathetic.
Yeah.
I can see Vegas, but I can't. But Buffalo shouldn't have happened.
I mean, listen, Vegas is a good team, but they just had absolutely zero effort out there in that Vegas game. And they barely get by Pittsburgh. And now they go up to Montreal, and it's just like, this is the team that we've been waiting to show up again. So let's do that on a consistent game in, game out basis. And yeah, I'm going to be very excited to keep my eyes open on some rumors, during this break. We just mentioned a bunch of guys that would definitely be a big addition to this Devils team. And speaking of, by the way, in case you didn't hear, Hataka cleared waivers, so he's going to be going to the AHL for a conditioning assignment. So we'll have a little bit of backup there on the defensive side. Simone Nemec did play tonight, but really didn't do too much out there on the ice. Wasn't very noticeable, which I guess is a good thing right now because that means he wasn't making mistakes. But didn't really show too much just yet. But again, like we said, it's only the second game back up. Still probably needs a little bit of developing, which is not a problem. It's to be expected with a young defenseman. But also the other news that I sent to our group text, and I'm surprised that we did not get a reaction from the one known as the Beer Baron, but Gritsuk, his agent, Gritsik? I thought it was Gritsuk. Gritsik? Whatever. All right, Gritsik.
Yeah.
Gritsik? Okay. Gritsik, his agent has confirmed that when his contract with Ska is complete at the end of March, or is it April? Whatever it is. I think it's the end of March. He will be making his way over here to North America to continue career with the New Jersey Devils. So that's good news as well for this team. Not for this year, but for future. Because we've all seen, how sometimes things go with the Russian players. We know Samu doesn't trust them, obviously. But, it's
except
a difficult...
for Sergei Brylin. Except for Sergei
Brylin. Yeah, right. That damn Kovalchuk. But, it's a difficult transition for them to come over from Russia, leave all their families and friends and everything like that. This isn't someone who's like a 35-year-old, veteran who knows the way around. This is a young kid. We saw it with Mohamed Doolin, who's now playing in the Sharks lineup. We had a Hoytuk, who ended up going, well, he got what? He traded to the Sharks, then I think they traded him to Calgary. And then I think after that he said the hell with it, and he went back to Russia. So we've seen how sometimes that transition could be a little difficult for them, but that's really good news because Gritsik is a very highly touted prospect on the offensive side of things. Maybe in the sense, don't want to get everyone's hopes up because you never know, but maybe in the sense of what we were thinking Alexander Holtz was going to turn out to be. Gritsik, might actually be that type of player. So good news on that front that he's going to be heading to North America after the Scott contract, wraps up there at the end of March, beginning of April. What's the matter? You ready for sleepy time, Sam Wu?
Yeah, I'm a little tired.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little tired.
Casey Middlestat, doesn't he have... He's got a pretty big contract, if I am not mistaken.
Tom says he makes about $6 million.
There's Anthony too. There, yeah. Only if Colorado retains some of his salary. So yeah, that one might be a little tricky. And I think the Braden Shen, right? He still has like a year or two left on his contract as well, so he wouldn't be a rental if he came over. Is that correct, Sam Wu?
What, they'd be a rental?
No, he wouldn't be a rental. I think he's got another, year or two at least on his contract.
Yeah, I wish I could go on Cap Friendly right now to look at that.
You got to go to Puckpedia, my friend.
Puckpedia, that's where it's at?
Puckpedia. Yeah, you got to go to Puckpedia. Favorite in your favorites. Hang on there, Eddie. I'm going to just pull this up right now real quick because I saw the post late last night on the old Instagram. Oh, the KHL in May. I'm sorry, it's in May. I spoke to Gritsik's agent, Shumi Babiev, I don't know, about if the plan was still for him to come to the New Jersey Devils after his contract with SKA expires in May. Quote unquote, yes, of course. So, I guess things can change. But that seems to be the plan there with Gritsik. So that'll be a nice addition for this team next year. But still, it's a good thing.
Yeah, you get some extra firepower in those later round picks, these prospects. I mean, as what Bill Spaulding said earlier today on the broadcast, that, that's how you build Stanley Cup teams. If you remember years ago, that's how the New Jersey Devils were built, through the draft and those later rounds, and especially the Detroit Red Wings, where they found Henrik Zetterberg and Pavel Datsyuk in the later rounds as well. So, yeah, never underestimate scouting, and sometimes you can get some of these kids from Europe. I mean, look, Jesper Bratt, 6th round pick.
Yeah.
doing much better than right now the first round pick of that year and the second round pick. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. And yeah, Steven Engel, that's the idea. Hopefully he can be what we thought Holtz would have been. And just, once again, thanks, Sweet Ozzy, that Holtz did not score in that Vegas game, because it seems every ex-Devil is always putting one home against us this year.
Yeah, I know. Seems like it.
Oh, well, I think it's about time to wrap this bad boy up. Everyone can have enjoy the rest of their Saturday afternoon. I believe we're going to be off tomorrow, right, Samu?
Yeah, as per tradition.
The old Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was hoping to get super chats, and then I'll do a Woo report.
All right. Well, if you want, you let me know if you feel like it. I'll be around tomorrow because I don't think I'm going to any parties with this flu that I have here. So I'll probably just be hanging around the old apartment with the little Miss Willow, my bulldog. Who's
if you want to do
snoring somewhere, but
you want to do a half an hour hit, we could do that at any
we
time.
may. We'll see how. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
We can always do it in the afternoon, before the Super Bowl.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I want to thank everyone for joining in here on this Saturday, getting a nice Devils victory before the break, and hopefully a sign of things to come once we start up again. Because, oh, yay, NHL scheduling, thanks. How did the Devils come? How did the Devils return? With a back-to-back, of course.
Of course.
A Saturday, Sunday. So Saturday the 22nd and Sunday the 23rd, back-to-back games. Yay!
All right, I'm going to hit the music.
All right. Thank you once again, everybody. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy this Devils victory. Serve, go watch the replay. You won't be disappointed, bud.
Yeah, I hope you love this podcast, Johnny Danks, wherever you are.
Thanks, Danks.
Yeah. Thanks. All right. Dropping the podcast at midnight. Thank you to all those tuning in. We may be back tomorrow night. Till next time, let's go Devils.